Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you and you are watching the replay on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. If you're watching this live or on the replay on my Facebook, make sure that you swing on by my YouTube channel and get yourself subscribed. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I've been trying for a little while now, and it would be really, really helpful to me if you guys haven't subscribed to make sure that you get subscribed. It helps to support the channel, it helps to support me, and it helps for these videos to be seen by more people. So we're going to talk about this energy. The first thing that I want to acknowledge is, I don't know, so many of you guys feel energy, and did you feel this major download that we got last night? For me, that was, I think it was probably around, I'm in Eastern time zone, around 11 p.m. maybe. I just woke up and it felt so uncomfortable. And the thing about energy is, like, when we are receiving energy, sometimes it can feel uncomfortable. For me, it presents itself as anxiety. So I was already feeling anxious about some things that I had going on, but then, like, it just, like, sent my anxiety through the roof. So I want to acknowledge this because so many of you guys feel this stuff too, and sometimes we can be like, why am I so anxious? Why am I feeling this way? And there definitely has been a steady flow of energy coming in since last night that is, quite frankly, making me feel incredibly anxious. I've learned at this point to kind of acknowledge, like, okay, that's just what's happening with my body. That's just energy. That's just what energy feels like. So I don't get into my head too much about that, but it can be a bit uncomfortable or very uncomfortable. I'm a big believer that a lot of the anxiety that people feel is actually just the body's and brain's way of processing energy that we are feeling. So first of all, I wanted to acknowledge that because I think that can be pretty uncomfortable. So know that if you're feeling that, we're receiving a lot of downloads. And what do those downloads look like? It's kind of like, so we receive the energy, it's absorbed into the energy field, absorbed into the brain, and it might mean that we get some insights, some awareness immediately, but a lot of times what that means is it kind of upgrades our system, or it implants insights that will kind of float to the surface of our mind later. So there's lots of different ways that we receive these downloads, or it makes adjustments to our energy field that our energy field is needing. So definitely, if you felt that, notice what comes later, what comes next. I think that we can expect a lot of these downloads coming through in this week. There's probably a whole lot of, like, things like solar flares and different things that are happening too that contribute to all of these downloads. So we might have a lot of that going on. That's just coming through for me. So we might have a lot of that going on, but definitely be mindful of that, be aware of that, and do your best to try to just keep bringing yourself back to peace, back to the understanding that it's probably just energy and you don't have to worry too much about it. But I do feel like I want to acknowledge, like, when I connected with this Aries energy that we're in, and in this energy where we don't have planets in retrograde or anything yet, it's a very quick moving energy, and that can feel also uncomfortable, right? It's fueling us, it's expanding things for us, it's helping us, it's creating a lot of opportunities, or a lot of shifting, changing, developing, expanding of things, but that also can feel uncomfortable. I think that we can make the best of this energy by taking action where we feel inspired to, but I also feel like I want to say that we want to allow things to also unfold naturally. So there are a lot of things that are going to be flowing into our experience, opportunities, manifestations of things that we want, just different things being presented to us. And I think it's our job to also just kind of let it unfold, and to try not to get too far ahead of ourselves, to try not to get too stressed out about it. And I know that sounds silly, like, why would opportunities make me feel stressed out, right? But it kind of does and can. I'll give you guys an example. I've shared that I'm preparing to move my office into a new space, and that's going to bring with it some different changes that are coming with it. And if I allowed myself, I would get so stressed out about like that step and the next step and the next step and the next step. And before I know it, and I've done this, I've gotten so spun up and so anxious about all of the possibilities and all of the places that that's going, that like it's not serving me, it's not helpful to me. So I just kind of have to stay, and we just have to kind of stay here and now and let things sort of unfold naturally, and not let ourselves feel too much of that pressure or get too far ahead of ourselves with the things that are happening. Let the blessings come in, let things develop, let changes happen, because I think that there are a lot of changes that are developing here too in this energy. So allow it all and kind of just let it unfold. And if you feel called to take specific actions, take those actions. We still are in that very action-oriented energy, but at the same time, we don't have to like take it too far. I think that there is a possibility of pushing ourselves too much during this time, or taking things too far during this time. So how can we kind of reel it in a little bit and really focus on being intentional with our actions that we're taking, with the things that we're doing, how we're spending our time and our energy, so that we can just find a little bit more of that balance. Because we also have this full moon in Libra coming up on the 16th. So that's Saturday. And the full moon in Libra, for me, the full moon is oftentimes a way to highlight the things that are connected with the particular sign that it's in. So for me, Libra is very connected with relationships, partnerships, and balance. And so you may find yourself really noticing some things in regard to relationships, partnerships, connections that you have in your life. Notice what's coming through for you. I think that that's going to help you to gain some clarity on things, to understand some things. Where do you need to make some changes? But I also, when I connected with this energy, felt like I needed to say that we may become aware of where we need to make amends in particular areas, or where do we need to apologize? Where do we need to do better within connections, relationships in our lives as well? So I think that it's about like being aware of like what doesn't work for us, but also like where do we need to do better as well, and finding that balance during this time. And I think that that full moon is really going to help us to understand that. I'm just looking at my list, making sure that I covered everything that I wanted. Yeah, like just one more thing, and I feel like I did kind of cover this, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like I said, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Kind of just let it unfold and follow the steps. You'll be shown the action steps that you need to be taking, or what is going to be best and right for you in the moment. And if you don't know what's best and right for you in the moment, let it unfold. Let yourself be shown. Invite God, the divine, the universe, whatever you call that, into your experience, and invite God to show you the way. Okay, and that'll happen. That'll come. So let's take a look at the cards. So let me do the theme cards for the week first. So the first card that we pulled is abundance, right? So opportunities coming in, money coming in, offers coming in, the things that we're wanting to have happen in our life coming in, or even just like a feeling of gratitude for all of the things that we have already manifested, all of the things that we have in our life, and holding that in. But I feel like this is also kind of a lucky week, a lucky energy week, okay, if we can allow it. Then we have the shine card. So letting ourselves shine, letting ourselves stand out, letting ourselves step into leadership, letting ourselves not feel like we have to dim ourselves for anyone or anything, shining our lights as brightly as possible, being the best that we can possibly be to each other, in the things that we're doing, in the things that we're working on. And then we have the love card. And I feel like this is, yes, for some of you, like this will be connecting with love, or feeling like some kind of a love relationship is coming in, or a renewal of love, that kind of an energy. But I also feel like this is a piggyback on the energy that I talked about last week, where I said I feel like we're calling in the right people into our life right now that we need to accomplish certain things. So that doesn't necessarily have to be in love relationships. That can be in your work or in your business, in just things that you're wanting to do, create, have happen in your life, calling in those right people, friendships, that kind of stuff. So let's look at the tarot cards that we have. So we have the Ace of Wands to start. Again, go for energy. I can't tell you guys how many times I've pulled the Ace of Wands, how many times I've pulled it in the weekly readings. Powerful, powerful energy. This is just that beautiful forward movement. This is us taking leaps of faith. This is us continuing to go for it, but not getting too far ahead of ourselves. So again, if you've been sitting on the edge of something and you know it's right, you know that you want to move forward with it, this is your reminder to go for it and to ride the wave of this energy that we have going on right here. And the direction that we're going for is what's going to make us happy, what's going to bring us joy, what is going to give us a life that feels joyful and purposeful and happy. I also feel like with this card that we might find that there's some good news coming in some way this week. So watch for that. Then we have the Hermit card in reverse. So where are you ignoring yourself? Where are you not listening to yourself? Where do you need to take a little bit of time to tune in with yourself? And I feel like specifically today is a really, really powerful energy, and we are very intuitively connected today. We're receiving a lot of downloads. So this is a really important day, a really powerful day to take time out to meditate, to connect spiritually in some way. But that energy will continue throughout the week. So making sure that we're just tuning into ourselves and making sure that we're listening to ourselves and that we're not, that we're calling ourselves out on our own bullshit that we need to call ourselves out on. Two of Wands, deciding directions that we're wanting to go. Where do I want to go next? What do I want to do next? We are at the beginning of some big changes in our lives. And so what is the path going to look like? And what do I want? And where do I want to go? And what is this life that I want to create for myself? What does that look like? And what steps do I need to take in order for me to create that kind of life? And speaking of that, what changes do I need to make? What do I need to allow to change in my life? What do I need to, death card, what do I need to allow to change, shift, develop, transition? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to change? So definitely making some important shifts here in this week. And then last card we have is the Knight of Cups. So again, for some people, like this may be an offer of love coming in, or a relationship that goes to the next level. This can also be just an offer coming in that makes you really happy. And that to me is going along with the Sun card. And I think that's the more important message here, is some kind of an offer, some kind of a message, something that just makes us happy, that sparks joy, that feels magical, that shows us we're on the right path, that shows us that we're moving in the right direction, that shows us that things are going to be okay. So watch for the signs, watch for what's showing up for you. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of amazing things coming in for us this week. So I'm excited to see what things look like on the other side of this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If these messages resonate with you, make sure that you like this video. I always love to hear from you guys in comments below. I always appreciate it if you share these videos as well. Again, it allows me to connect with as many people as possible. And if this video resonated with you and you're catching this on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can get yourself subscribed, so that you can catch all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. Take care, guys, and I will see you soon with another video.